Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's Topics of the Week. We're going to have a special episode for you guys this week. Following yesterday's episode, we have our special guest,
Daniel Monterosso here.
So we're going to go ahead and, Daniel, I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to just, what was best, in my opinion, the best info that we got this week. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Alright, cool. Hey, Daniel, you know who John Boyega is, right? If you don't know, maybe Finn from Star Wars?
That makes a lot more sense.
And in Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yes, I actually saw that movie.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was not too bad.
So, John Boyega was in the convention earlier last weekend, I believe. He actually talked about the potential to play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
They asked him, he actually said that he's in talks with Marvel right now to potentially play a superhero later on in the future.
Did they say what superhero?
They have not, so everyone's just on the internet guessing what he could possibly be. He did state, though, that it wasn't going to be until later on in the future. I imagine because he's doing so much right now with Star Wars and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did actually say that he does not want to play Blade.
See, now, I give him the credit for that one, because him playing Blade is going to be, well, I think, a little bit difficult compared to Wesley Snipes' interpretation of Blade.
That's actually who he said he wants Wesley Snipes to go back to the role.
Well, if that happens, I will go to that movie the night it opens, because Wesley Snipes did a perfect interpretation of Blade.
It's hard for me, though, because I'm trying to picture who John Boyega could play as a superhero. And funny enough, Blade is like the only because he said he doesn't want to play Blade, I keep thinking he's a perfect role for Blade.
I don't know. Him playing Blade.
Do you have any ideas on who he could play?
Honestly, with the MCU universe, I can't think of anything. Unless he played a villain.
I don't know. I mean, he said that he's in talks with a superhero right now, but I imagine if it's way down the road, it could change to a supervillain. You know?
It probably ain't gonna happen until a few years later, because first of all, like you said, you got Star Wars, that's not coming out until 2019.
Yeah.
And then Avengers 4, apparently that's when they get rid of the old MCU and bring in new characters for it.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Evans actually said that Infinity War is going to be his last Avengers movie.
That's going to be.
Yeah. You know, speaking on movies and everything, you ever been a fan of Jay and Silent Bob?
Jay and Silent Bob are great. So great.
So you're a fan then?
Oh, most definitely.
Now, how would you like to be Silent Bob? Because a new VR series is coming out soon where it's a Jay and Silent Bob TV series where you can be Silent Bob.
What?
It's going to be premiering on the Surreal channel, which is set to launch in mid-2018 as an app for the VR head. It's going to be a new app where I guess you can watch TV. I haven't seen too much about it yet, but Jay and Silent Bob VR series is in the works, and they're going to put you as Silent Bob going out on adventures with Jay.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it could be exciting and very dangerous.
You know, I think it's going to be pretty good because Kevin Smith, he's writing, producing, and directing the movie.
Oh, hell yeah. You cannot say no to that.
He's already promising callbacks to favorite fan characters.
From, like, Clerks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be great.
And this week's is just almost like all movies and TV stuff because, I mean, did you hear about the Amazon thing?
What Amazon thing?
With the Lord of the Rings.
No?
Amazon's going to be making 5 seasons of Lord of the Rings TV series.
Oh, God.
You want to know what's even crazier?
What?
It's estimated roughly that for the 5 seasons, it's going to cost them over $1 billion to make the show.
Wow. Well, I can imagine that. That's going to take a lot of work and all that. Mm-hmm. Like, you've seen all the work from the Lord of the Rings movies, the Hobbits, everything that they put in.
Yeah, man. They acquired the rights. They were actually in a bidding war with Netflix. And just last year alone, Amazon paid $250 million for the rights to the show. They have a 5-year contract, and they have 2 years to start production with it.
Well, people, if you are interested in Lord of the Rings, you better subscribe to Amazon Prime and start watching it.
Or just sneak some buddy's Amazon account.
Yeah, like I do. It's great. Saves you money, kids.
Amazon, we're just joking. He don't steal my account. Please don't do anything.
Yeah, we don't do that stuff. Nudge, nudge.
LOL, raffle. The show is actually going to take place before the events of Fellowship of the Ring. So I'm not too big of a Lord of the Rings fan. I've watched the movies and I played some of the games.
Are they putting it after The Hobbit?
It just said before the events of Fellowship of the Ring.
Well, because
that'd be pretty weird if it was like in the middle.
Well, because you got to think of it this way. In The Hobbit, it talks about Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
And if everybody remembers from the Fellowship of the Ring, he mentions his adventures in Fellowship of the Ring. So, and there obviously you can compare compare. If you've seen the movies, you can actually compare Bilbo Baggins at his youth age compared to.
What if this whole series was just based on Smeagol? Is that his name? The little like I hate it talks like this, master.
I wouldn't watch it.
I mean, come on. Can you imagine over $1 billion budget for just a man in a cave looking at a ring for 5 seasons?
Like, I'm sorry. Like, you can unsubscribe to Amazon right there if that happens. Like, Smeagol, yes, he had a role in his part in the Lord of the Rings and in The Hobbit. God, he's annoying.
You've played Destiny 2, right?
Last time I played Destiny was a few months ago.
Do you care for how it is currently?
Well, currently, I don't know how it is. I heard that there's been a bunch of updates.
Yeah, they've been keeping up to date with it, but that's what I'm saying is that you haven't been interested enough to keep up to it.
Yeah, not really. Like, with Destiny, I liked it when it first launched, but then it kind of got a little boring.
Yeah, that's a lot of issues with the fans right now. How did you feel about the weapons? Like the whole new weapon slot with the kinetic, the energy. Did you care for that?
Well, I mean, the way they changed it, I think they should have left it how they had it. Like, it's fine that they added like new different types of weapons, but they should have kept the weapon slots the same.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think so does Destiny 2, because they just announced that they're going to be changing to their weapon slots.
How long did it take them to do that? How long has the game been out? Like, come on, people.
It's been out for like a half a year now.
You have a popular series. Don't lose the crowd.
Yeah. In a recent stream, designer lead Josh Henry was asked if we would see a return to the Destiny weapon slides, if they were planning on fixing it up or not. And this is just going to be me reading off a quote here real quick. But Hemrick said, "I think that's a reasonable request. Ultimately, though, we want to do something better. Either way, we're actually working on weapon slot changes right now, like right now." So that's what they said, that they're actually planning on doing it right now. The only thing that like worries me is that he said that they're still trying to find ways to improve it. So does that mean we're not going to get our old original slots, like how everyone liked it? Or are they still going to try and change it up for the better or for the worse? You know what I mean?
Man, that's a tough one, honestly. I can't really say, because for them to change something right now, it has to be, they have to grab something from the old concept on how Destiny 1 was.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loved Destiny 1. It's a good game. That's all to say to it.
I know, it's such a great game.
Yeah.
Destiny 1, towards the end, I mean, they kind of brought it up a notch when when you could replay all the raids at current light level. That was actually pretty fun to do with friends, because for the people that haven't beaten those raids, they actually managed to actually do it.
Alright, well, they said that they actually plan to roll out the new weapon slots this summer. They're actually hoping to do some test servers so they're hoping to test it out before they actually dish it out.
I hope so, because if they release it out without testing it, you never know what happens.
Speaking of looking back at old games, did you hear about the remaster of Spyro?
I did. I heard a lot about it. Like, I've seen a lot of Facebook posts about them remastering, that it got leaked, that it's a rumor, that no one knows.
I don't know how much of a leak it really was, though, because, I mean, Monday, IGN actually received a purple egg with a letter saying something's about to hatch, taking them to a Twitter account at Spyro the Dragon.
Well, so much for leaks, people.
Activision announced the new game, Spyro Reignited Trilogy. It's going to be from the developers of Skylanders, Toys for Bob. It's going to include the first 3 games from the PS1, Spyro 1, 2, 3, and it's actually set to come out for both Xbox and PS4.
Well, I've never played the original Spyro games.
Really? I thought you did.
Ooh, I never played them.
Huh. You learn something new every day.
Well, let's think of it this way. Spyro first came out, on PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
Didn't own one.
Oh.
PlayStation 2, didn't own one either. My first console was Xbox.
So are you really a gamer?
Yes.
Folks,
This is Marcos Reyes speaking to you guys. I would like to apologize for yesterday's content that I provided, where I had a different gamer rev up the game engine, because it looks like this one isn't a real game.
Hey, excuse me, at least I have the game to actually review it. So,
This is a fun little fact, actually. Insomniac was the one that created Spyro the Dragon. I don't know if you knew that.
no, I didn't actually.
Yeah, they created the first 3 original games. Toys for Bob, they actually reached out to Insomniac for like opinions and feedback when they were in the beginning stages of developing the game.
That's completely understanding, seeing as they're the ones that were involved with the game. So if they actually want to keep the Spyro fans happy, I think that was a good move on them.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and move on to some honorable mentions here. Speaking of Insomniac, Daniel, did you know? Are you happy? Are you excited? Because I am. Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. You don't say it.
Oh, geez. You ready for the this one. Are you happy? Did you get excited yet? Are you there? Are you hyped? Daniel, yeah?
Obviously not if I'm looking at you like I'm waiting.
Insomniac released the date for Spider-Man. We're gonna get a new Spider-Man game this year. I'm so happy.
September 7th.
2018. Yeah, boy.
A lot of people were waiting for that.
I actually, the day the trailer came out, I ran to GameStop and got a pre-order for the collector's edition.
I'm not surprised.
It's gonna come with the statue. They haven't showed it yet, but I'm so excited. I bet you it looks sexy. Man, who do you think is gonna be on the statue? Peter Parker or Miles Morales?
Miles Morales?
Did you not know Miles Morales?
Apparently not if I looked at you like Miles Morales.
One of the greatest Spider-Mans. The Spider-Man people. It's the greatest spider peoples.
The greatest spider peoples?
The greatest spider peoples of all time. Miles Morales is the Spider-Man that shoots the webs. Dying Light adds its own Battle Royale mode. Dying Light adds its own Battle Royale mode. Did you hear about this one?
Yes, I actually did.
Yeah, I'm actually a little excited. It's not as many people though. It's only 6 instead of 100.
What?
Yeah.
Then it's not a battle royale.
Well, because it is still technically a battle royale because it starts you off on a big map. Instead of killing each other, you have to hunt down resources.
It sounds like a free-for-all.
No, because...
But like a regular game mode free-for-all.
Right, but instead what happens is the map starts getting smaller. You know how it does it in Fortnite or PUBG?
Yes.
When the map gets smaller, you have to have enough resources to get into the next zone. And whoever has the least amount of resources does not get to proceed.
Man, that sounds like a challenge.
Right? That does sound pretty interesting. Don't you want to apologize to Dying Light?
No.
Daniel, look at Dying Light in the eyes. Let me get a picture here for you. I haven't downloaded a picture for Dying Light yet.
Wow, that completely backfired.
Daniel, picture Dying Light in your mind and apologize.
No.
Well, I tried. Do you like Teen Titans Go?
No.
Why? It's got everything we want.
Don't even get me started.
The new movie's got Nicolas Cage as Superman.
What?
Yeah, that's actually a fun little fan thing, though. That he was supposed to be the original Superman in Kevin Smith's Superman movie with Tim Burton.
What?
Yeah, it's a whole good documentary about it. Watch that one. Anyways, fine. You're not a fan of Teen Titans Go. You a fan of the original Teen Titans?
Yes.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Teen Titans Go producer Michelle Jeline says can almost guarantee that Teen Titans is coming back.
It's about time because I never finished watching it and I'm a little confused.
Wait, how have you never? So you weren't really a fan then?
Okay, hold your horses there, buddy.
Oh, my horses are hold.
Teen Titans Go kind of ruined it for me with Teen Titans, the original. I was a big fan of the original. I have watched as much as I could, as much as I can, but if we all remember correctly, we were all still in school and had to do homework.
Never stopped me.
Whatever. But Teen Titans Go, I mean, it's good for younger kids. For now, us, no.
I mean, there's some good episodes in Teen Titans Go, but it's not as good as the original.
Like, don't get me wrong. I've seen a few episodes. They're funny, but still, I kind of wish they did keep the old Teen Titans.
So it feels like they have the stepping stones ready, you know? Like they placed the stepping stones, they slid them across the table and was like, take this. You want this, don't you? Take this. You know what I mean?
Well, what they need to do is just release it now and call it a day.
Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Topics of the Week. I really hope you guys enjoyed the special guest segment with Daniel here. I actually had fun doing it. It's going to be a lot more editing on my part because it's going on a long time now, but...
And I get to do nothing.
Haha. Lazy son of a beep.
Hey, it's called Lazy Reyes for a reason.
Yeah, that is why it's called Lazy Reyes, because I work hard so you don't have to, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel, is there anything you wanted to plug? You didn't have anything yesterday. Is there anything today that you wanted to plug? After thinking about it, if you want to plug me in my own video, I'll be more than happy to take that plug, actually.
See, yesterday you were just complaining about the plug, and now you want to plug.
So you're not going to plug me?
I think you're doing a fairly good job at it.
If you liked the video, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell. Thank you guys for listening. Goodbye.